next we've got Miniorek versus Snurf in challenge in silver. Anything about these opponents so far, Catnip?
Well, Snurm has lost his first match, and Miniorek has won his first match. So
Yeah,
I'm not
Snurf.
sure what that does say, but I've played with Snurf a little bit, and I think I know him mostly from Silver. He can be quite a formidable opponent.
Snurf has been a long time SCL competitor. Been around, I think, since the first season, even maybe. I think yeah, since the first season of SCL. So
Nice.
a long time competitor. Has had some recent struggles in silver, just being outmatched a little bit, but he can definitely pull some wins. And I would not underestimate Snurf here. Miniorek, on the other hand, completely new to SCL, looking to prove himself against one of the old vets of silver.
Yeah, but you know what? To be honest, and it sort of pains me very slightly to say this, I feel like this, but let's say our SpyParty player generation would call us newer players. They're way better than we would think of players back in our day. So like, sort of the lines are blurring more or less. What's a veteran? What's a player? These kids catch up to us way too fast. So yeah, I think it's gonna be an interesting match. I haven't seen Miniorek, so I'm intrigued. Not surprised that I'm quite intrigued to see this match and how it pans out.
Sounds good. And we're going to take a look at the picks and bans real quick for this match. Starting off, the Snurf banned Tan. Miniorek banned Redwoods. Understandable, these bans are both fairly new and tough to play as snipers, so reasonable. The restrictions were Modern and Pub. Pub is an interesting one. It feels very sniper favored, but if you're not comfortable on it, then you don't really want to give that free pick to your map, I guess. And
Yeah,
then
potentially it's the 3-6 map. I suppose Snurf is more used to 4-7, being a veteran player. So perhaps it's because of that.
absolutely. Now we got the picks coming in. We got doubled Courtyard from Snurf, doubled Aquarium from Miniorek, and then Ballroom from Snurf, and Miniorek picked Pub 3-6. So it looked like Miniorek was trying to go for the restriction meta of restrict Pub so that my opponent will pick it into me. Very interesting decision there by Miniorek to try to restrict Pub, maybe trying to bait Snurf into picking Pub for him. I guess that's an advantage of picking second. Maybe you can go for this restriction play to bait your opponent into going for it.
I yeah, I did not think of the option to pick your own restricted map. But now I'm thinking, why didn't I think of that with all the mind games that this community is doing against each other?
I love this restriction meta. It's super fun. It did not work out for Miniorek. Snurf didn't bite, but we're still gonna play it. And now we're gonna start off with Courtyard for us Snurf on Miniorek. Gonna start off as Seek. Looking to try to take a spy win here on Courtyard. 3, 2, 1, playing it. Your thoughts about Courtyard so far with this sort of like intermediate advanced level of play with the silver division?
In the higher divisions, it's a tough map to win as a spy. That's my impression. I think that's now been shifting a little bit. But it's still you gotta have that fourth. And I love Courtyard, but I've discovered partially after a Trax remark that I love it, but I'm not that good at it based on my stats. So I'm now avoiding it in competitive play to some extent.
Yeah, it's definitely a map that if you're not comfortable on, a lot of other opponents will exploit you at because a lot of other snipers are comfortable on it since it is considerably easier. I do think though at this level it's definitely viable. I think we might see a spy win on this map potentially. It's not the elite levels of play where nothing gets by anybody.
Yeah, so far we have half a flirt, couple statues, or both statues rather. DA comes next to us, which is always nice.
Yeah, this BB, you'd ideally like it to look perfect. You only want maybe one or two people out on Courtyard, just because giving up any low light is painful.
Yeah.
You want to give yourself
Banana
as many
bread.
chances as possible. We do give up two here. It's not too bad. Oh wait, we get
Oh, we
accidentally low lit. Looks like we were trying to low light Papa Danger, and we get low lit in the process.
but 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 Papa Danger got Lola properly self. So why we? I mean, I'm
I guess
happy
it was
for the
just,
spy, but
I guess just a misclick. That's the only thing I can think of where it's just you're just right clicking in the area Papa Danger is, and you just accidentally click on Seek. That is really unfortunate though, because that's going to be a really tough thing to come back from if you're not
no.
ready for that.
Yeah, if Miniorek had less progress, I would say we can still time out because we don't know we're low lit, so we're nervous and may not be doing things. We just still need the fourth mission. You still, well, it's too late for print, so we need a hard tell.
Yeah, the thing is that if we Purloiner swap, we could die. There are two prints at two statues now, so Minior could like rush this flirt pretty quickly here. Now looks like we're just gonna request in Purloin right away. Oh, and a green test is basically gonna seal the game. If we whited
Oh,
there was a chance that Snurf could shoot there, just because a low light take and you see the white fade could just mean death.
uh, we're almost about to shoot Alice, it seems, and because she's gonna be the taker, I believe she will get the bullet as well, which she does.
Yeah, fade would not on screen, but just the fact that we hit the green basically locked up the game for us. If we hit that white there is a chance that Snurf can make a comeback there and shoot a low light just because that fade's going to be so obvious.
Yeah.
But we do hit the green, so that saves us from any sort of catastrophe. Really unlucky way to start. I'm curious, how did this low light happen? It was just BB and we just misclick, I guess. Just not really.
Did we perhaps think that we just returned the briefcase and Papa took it from there, so we were low lit
Banana
because of
bread.
briefcase during the week?
It's
That
possible. It does look like it was more intentional. It wasn't like we were in the same plot spot. The laser did definitely purposely go over us. Just maybe Snurf just thought we were doing something that we weren't doing. Unfortunate way to start though. Miniorek now looking to go up 2-0 on the sniper side with Snurf as Leopard in their next Courtyard game in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I think if um Miniorek watches the replays, it's gonna be an interesting conclusion to make going forward for another spy game.
Yeah, I mean, Miniorek did basically green test every single mission there, which is going to be pretty helpful. You're just going to look to green test BB again in the future. And we did white purloin, which is going to be tough. Now we're a highlight, and the hopes of us winning are very low now.
Yeah, it does seem that Miniorek noticed that Rocker was the taker. But it was partially because it's quite early in the game still. Banana bread, no other proper missions done. Um, he only highlights Nerf, which makes sense. We do have good floor progress, but once again, what are we gonna do next? What's our other mission? We're not we're not getting the second floor there. Probably statues and the things. What do you think? How much Nerf thinks he's suspicious for that Caroline?
I think from the way he's playing, he knows that he's a highlight. He's playing smartly here and just chilling. Yeah, doing idle animations correctly is a smart play here too. He knows Miniorek is watching, so just making sure that he's doing everything correctly in order to give himself a chance maybe to get low lit. So I like this play. I don't think it's gonna work sadly. It's just the way it goes on Courtyard. If you get caught for that early hardtail, it's just gonna be really tough to make a comeback. I
Banana
think we
bread.
just time out here. Yeah, this fake BB, I respect it. Unfortunately, SDA is with us, which just makes this very unfortunate.
Yeah, and I think the DA was out of convo, so that's even more suspicion to us at this point.
This is a painful spy game to watch. I mean, not much Snurf can really do here, though. The only way you can really win now is probably like BB invisible bug. Like that's about the only way. I don't think you can ever win with inspect. We do
Yeah,
complete
if
this
we hadn't,
critical drink, so maybe there's some hope. Miniorek hasn't shot us yet.
seems we're gonna go for the real banana bread here. Um, the thing is, are we gonna catch a second
Banana
pin in
bread.
just 35 seconds? OG just took the briefcase and we get shot for the real one instead.
Yeah, that is unfortunate there. That is a bit of an aggressive shot, but I mean you do see Snurf has a second real BB. I guess it doesn't make too much sense from the sniper side because he already has the BB done from Miniorek's perspective. He didn't gain anything by doing that BB. Leopard
Right.
already had BB done, so kind of an aggressive shot there, but
Banana
not too
bread.
bad. I mean, could have shot super early for the white purloin anyways, I think. I think Miniorek was fairly confident the whole game.
Yeah, and I suppose regarding banana bread, it's yes, you've already had banana bread, but the second one is with with different SDA, so you can also try to logic out from that perhaps one first fake and one is real because she needed to switch the DAs and things like that.
Right, well now Miniorek up 2-0, looking to extend this lead on Courtyard as Irish in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
It going back to the Irish theme, it feels weird and borderline hurts that like I love her so much and now I can't play her and I see so many others games as her and it's like
I think
um
I think you'd be surprised to see how many people purposefully pick their spy, or at least if they get a random, they random off of a bad spy. You don't see too many bad spies get played nowadays. You see a lot of generals, Alice's, and Irishes more than normal. So definitely something to look out for if you are sniping in the SCL. Although maybe it's not something you want to base your strategy off of. Definitely something to keep an eye out for if your opponent does do those picks. And now that was a very nice, honestly, a good bug by Miniorek, but a nice catch by Snurf.
yeah.
So a good risk to take on Courtyard. I don't mind it at all. You gotta go for something, and if you get it by them, you just win the game. Imagine that was completely clean. Miniorek just has a free walk, but now Snurf has this, so unlikely for Miniorek to come back in this game. Let's see if Miniorek can maybe uh realize that he's suspicious and maybe try to get some heat off of them by pulling a low light.
And it sort of mirrors the last game where Spy gets very likely caught by a Hartel very early in the game and instead of being shot just gets a highlight and a ton.
I think
That's the
we're gonna
way.
see the same sort of thing where Snurf is not going to shoot until he believes Miniorek is almost done or almost complete. Unless Miniorek does something really suspicious that just deserves a shot immediately.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it does seem like Miniorek is is a little bit sort of frozen in his actions and his like he's just idling same convo, barely even chasing EST, though we don't really need to do that. And I jinxed it, but instead we get a mission completion rather. Once again, like what you said in last game, going to statues may be death. Um,
I mean, what other choice do you have? That's why I was saying I liked Snurf's play of trying to do Prince because you
yeah,
might as well give yourself a shot to not go statue to try to go statueless on this map, which is actually might be a way you can win by going statueless. Now we have to cheese or get this green purloin. We do request the drink, but now we hit the white test, not a green. And with that instant snap, I think we're just gonna eat a bullet here.
yeah. The Perlin was more or less watched for. The Toby with the list missing was noticed, and yeah, just good early catch in the game wins us the first point for Snurf.
Yeah, and honestly, that bug was not bad. I think if Minioric had walked more to the left. And instead of putting his arm into Cowboy, if he had like tried to use the arm to obscure it, that might have been uh, uncaught because the end of that bug looks so clean. It's just the very start of it has got that little arm poking through at like 255. But besides
Agreed.
that, honestly, not a bad play. I think that play can work a good majority of the time there. So nice attempt by Miniorek, good catches by Snurf. And now on to the final game of Courtyard, where Snurf's looking to tie as Irish again. In three, two, one, playing it. You're just saying about how much we're gonna see Irish. I don't know. I don't blame anybody for picking Irish. She's a great
You,
character.
you know what? Instead of beating myself for it, perhaps I should think that I left a legacy or something. I don't. Totally not. But let's go with that. Will probably make me sleep better at night. So why not? No hard tilt is certainly in the game yet. That's a nice change.
I like slowing it down some, letting the highlights build up. You can play a decent game too with like like a print game, which I think is what Snurf was going for there. Just ended up getting blocked by the twin. He might go back to that statue because I'm pretty sure he knows it wasn't seen. Yeah, definitely not seen there. I don't think there's a print here actually, but it might look like there was because the briefcase was just there.
Yeah, if I were to base it on the briefcase, I'd say the other one. Well,
Yep. And it looks like he's going to go statue to statue here. Try to, yeah. He realizes, okay, that was not the one with the print on it. Looks like I will pick up my correct print here.
there we go.
And now we've got the highlight, but we've already got that mission done, and maybe we can pick up a drink print, kind of like what we did last time.
Yeah, that would be great. I think if we do that successfully and without much additional suspicion, I don't know if Miniorek tracks flirts well, but it seems like we have a good grip on the game so far.
Yeah, not too many highlights yet for statue visitors. Looks like that is Miniorek's main highlighting strategy. So we are hoping that as the spy, more statue goers show up. Now we do have another option of getting a print from a statue or from this briefcase. We got a ton of options here.
I so we already basically went to statues twice. I think that's a little bit too suspicious. Um,
What
this
if we just go for
briefcase,
this again while moving? We hit the the green print while moving. This is again, I would say one of the hardest things to do mechanically in the game. It is not easy. So well done to Snurf for hitting that. But
yeah.
now we've done two prints. Will Miniorek be on top of it?
I
Banana bread.
oh, apparently he has.
Yeah, I think this BB is a little bit too weak. Just not enough people in conversation.
Fair enough. I
But
did
yeah,
not feel like
good
that was
try.
shot induced.
Bread.
That
Yeah, I guess you shoot for 1.5 prints there. Well, probably with briefcase,
fair
you're
enough.
counting that as a solid print, so you could say 2 prints plus inspect. I'm just gonna have to kill Irish here and hope
All
she's
right,
not an AI.
right. We were at 38ish seconds game, so you can assume we're done by that. Fair enough. I just sort of didn't expect it then. Somehow I thought that sort of quite had it with this game.
Honestly, not a bad game. This is
Yep.
sort of the tough part about Courtyard is that if you go get statues early, which is what we did, we just end up picking up a print wall highlight, which is gonna make it more likely to get caught. Just how the game goes, but not a bad risk to take. Decent game. And now we are on past Courtyard, 3-1 Miniorek, and now it's on to a doubled Aquarium with Miniorek as spy as boots in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, and we do have Yorick confirming in chat that he was almost certain of the 3 cycle at statues there and was just waiting for the BB.
And that's another part. Usually you on Courtyard, you don't look for cycles just because it's so easy to get it in 2 cycles. But if that is something you notice out of the corner of your eye, then that is definitely is something you can just shoot for on the spot.
Yeah. Well, depending on how sure of it you are, but yeah. Seems Miniorek is a bit impatient here because I was about to say that we're spending a decent amount of time doing nothing, getting a drink, waiting for it. Owen RST is at the other end of the bar.
Also really like what Snurf is doing here. He's putting his laser very low to the ground on Aquarium to mask what he's looking at. And with Aquarium, with there being so much open space, you can basically just put your laser on the ground and still watch everything just fine.
Banana bread.
So I actually like this quite a bit, trying
You
to
know what?
mask what you're looking
I
at.
like it too. I may try to think of that sometime later.
We do highlight Miniorek for the split. Miniorek was just getting a little bit too greedy there, going for that split without any shark cover, and does get punished for that. That's going to make it really tough to get missions done, unless he can get some invisible missions behind the shark.
It's quite interesting to see the difference between these two matches in terms of what's caught and what's deemed to be suspicious. And you know, like here it's for banana split. Oh, we shake the camera for our steel leaving.
It's
Um,
unfortunate. I'm wondering, did Snurf see the Purloin? Miniorek did basically do a delegate split. So, and there's no reaction yet from Snurf, even though we have been highlit for splitting. I don't know if the delegate was particularly noticed.
fair. On the other hand, if you know, you have 4 bar highlights here. If you're certain that if you notice the pearl, you know it's one of 4 people, so you don't need to react, but rather just focus on watching them. However, general gets highlighted there for the fingerprint, which just disproves my theory.
Ooh, and
And
we are just gonna shoot right there and then. I think for that print that General was getting off the bookshelf there.
yeah, was the green printable too? Oh yeah, the bookshelf.
Absolutely. I don't know if General had anything else though. Yeah, General was just sat in that conversation the entire game. Didn't have anything else. So don't think General could be done there because he could not have gone to the bar at all. But yeah, I guess just a mistrack by Snurf there leads to that miss shot. I thought for sure we were on top of Miniorek with that really nice early highlight, but not on top of that Purloin, and that leads to that missed shot. Now Miniorek up 4-1, and Snurf really needs a spy win here as wheels on Aquarium in
Yeah,
3.
and
Oh,
sorry.
go for it. Go ahead.
I was about to say and need more than one.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, yeah, Snurf has wheels in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I mean, yeah, Aquarium Spy is a decent way to get your wins. Slightly easier than some others, especially. Wait, whose pick was that? Was that Snurf? Aquarium was Minorek's pick, so perhaps not as. And we get shot for a microfilm.
It's kind of what happens with microphone. You
Yep.
just if it's not behind the shark, you're just gonna kind of get caught for that. How was that on his screen? Oh, it was unfortunate. We were just kind of rotating towards that section of the map anyways. And it was just, if we did that a little bit earlier, I think we would have been okay, but unfortunately, not quick enough. And we just
Yeah,
get
I
caught for
think it
that.
was like 1.5 seconds or so.
Yeah, Miniorek was zoomed in, and now Snurf's got a long road to climb. He's down 5-1. Needs a sniper win against Taft as Miniorek on Aquarium in 3, 2, 1. Playing it. This is a point in the game where you've got to basically reverse sweep and try to bring it back, so time to time to step it up.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be tough score wise and probably even tougher mentally. Um, Obviously depends on how Snurf reacts to these kind of situations, but there's probably a decent amount of players who get, if not tilted, and then at least worried or a little bit shaken or just impacted in one way or another for that. So it's it's a feat.
For sure. One way to slow that down is that Civ shot, though. You did see that Miniorek basically had nothing done just had the contact and Purloin, and that you did have him highlight, so you are doing the right things to getting that highlight early on. You just have to wait a little bit longer, be a little bit more patient, and the right shot will eventually come. You just gotta wait a little bit longer. So I think Snurf definitely could bring this back, especially seeing how that last game went. He was definitely in charge there as that sniper. Now Miniorek playing this fairly cautiously, getting that early highlight for inspects and some decent flirts. Not trying to cheese anything behind the shark yet.
Yeah, and the shark wasn't that helpful for it. Not that there's much to cheese here yet for now. Ambassador is just all over the place. That statue is printable now.
Yeah, on this map, you'd love it if the Amba just goes to the middle conversation, just so you get that middle shark completely blocking it for that free bug. Oh yeah, Miniorek gonna leave here, maybe looking to set up for a early inspect finish. I wouldn't mind this. You get this early inspect already done. You can't really die for it since it's too early for you to be done with anything else. And then maybe you can set up with like a BB bug seduce finish later.
Yeah, or and then Sniper could just forget what he had highlighted you for. Things like that. Seems we might want to banana bread here, which seems to be a decent choice. Would have two
Banana
lights.
bread.
There we go. There's
Yeah,
three.
the one unfortunate thing is, again, SDA is out, and there's only 2 SDAs on this map, so now Snurf again knows it's down to 4, and yeah, these I like this early highlights for this BB, for the only real BB it could be. So very, very nice play by Snurf there to get ahead there. But now, will he remember what he highlight Miniorek for? Is the key.
It seems overall that so we saw a sieve shot by Snurf a bit before, and now he's just having this calm, collected, uh, patient game with highlights, no no rash decisions or things like that. So it does seem hopeful for Snurf to turn this around.
Looks like we're gonna look for this briefcase. No, we go for the statue. This is definitely illegal. The rules in SpyParty obligate you to pick up the briefcase before you pick up the statue. But looks like Snurf's not gonna notice that quite yet. Miniark also goes for the swap. Maybe he'll just get this briefcase and bail and go for this early print. No, he wants the swap. Looks like he really wants it, and it is going to be, I think, a top shark that could block it. Oh, the safety off on Miniorek. That is not looking good for him, but I
Yes,
think
that was a potential bug suspicion there for that potential shot. I think when they passed ways. Now OG does pick up the statue. That should be seen now, and Miniorek gets shot. Well done by Smurf.
I think he just noticed the swap at the end. Orange did once he saw that once she lifted it, did
Yeah,
take the safety off and pull it on Taft. So, but honestly, good choice to wait there. You know that, all right, well, he would have already finished if that inspect was his last mission. So
yeah,
just decided to hold there. So yeah, overall, not too bad. I think Miniorek could have gone for the print, and that would have been a little bit safer. But I think it was just a bit unlucky with the SDA being out. If the SDA was in, those highlights wouldn't have been as effective. Um, yeah, it's just that's how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes the SDA is out, and then there's only one real CC with BB.
yeah. And even if so, for Miniorek, right, you're up by 5-2, and you have 5 more games to play.
That's very
So
true.
you sort of can't afford it.
You can afford those risky games. Maybe try to snowball into an early victory. Now Snurf trying to make this 5-3 as Teal on 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Banana bread.
Oh, we do a really early BB. I do not think that was intentional. I think unless we were trying to go for like an early split, but I think we didn't even try for that. Now low
Yeah,
lights are sort of coming off, but I'm not sure if Miniorek can remember everybody that was outside.
yeah, that does feel a little bit peculiar. Um,
Likely, probably action priorities if I had to guess. Probably was trying to flirt and just accidentally
yeah,
misclicked. Sometimes you will see that play, like on, for example, Ballroom. You'll see like a BB within the first 3 seconds to try to get low lit by splitting early.
Yeah, the thing is, it's just now what we do next. What do we do? Because I think as a spy, if you do this kind of a little bit of a hiccup, as it were, right? You may be thinking you're under more suspicion than you are, which normal assumption to make. And just overall, like something has happened, right? You probably leave a lot of low light. So do you try to idle to get a stiff shot, or do you still try to finish just what happened there?
Yeah, honestly, it comes down to just the player and who you think you're playing against. Personally, if I were Snurf, I think I would try to go for something aggro here. I think it's unexpected when you've the low lit like potentially half the party. Something aggro it's not a rush per se. Like get this flirt done and then maybe you like aggro rush like swap Purloin, for example. You could maybe catch the sniper off guard and steal a win away from him. It looks like Snurf is gonna just go for these inspects here. Maybe we pick up a highlight for this. Doesn't look like it quite yet, so maybe some hope for Snurf still.
Well, the shark was blocking a lot of part for it, so but yeah, this highlight does not seem to come off still.
We do 3-cycle the statues again. Miniorek did say in chat that he caught the 3-cycle on Courtyard. So I guess if you're watching on Courtyard for 3 cycles, you're probably watching on Aquarium for 3 cycles too. So that might be bad for Snurf here. We'll have to see though.
We were definitely watching for that bug there, which wisely did not was not attempted.
Yep, no shark to cover that one, so good choice to walk by it. And that can also bring you a lot of less suspicion. Walk by the ambo without bugging is something spies don't really tend to do, since they don't want to look like they're bugging on accident.
Yeah. We do finish flirt, which is nice. What is not nice, we still need 2 more missions plus finish statues with just 50 left on the clock.
Yeah, we are gonna get a solid BB here though. Almost everyone that we want in is in. Unfortunately, Smallman, maybe he'll enter at the last second.
Banana bread.
Which
He
he
does.
does.
That's really hopeful. And that looks scary from Smallman's perspective. For if you're Miniorek, he could have. Smallman might be trying to go for a reverse bug BB there.
I don't know if if Smallman would have gotten the phrase in time, but depends on how close the sniper is watching, and instead we get a civilian shot.
Overall, that was not too bad. It looks like it kind of went the way you were saying, where we idle a bunch and then hope to get a SIF shot at the end. I think that was Twin's second statue visit. It wasn't really gonna be close. Like he had just gone there. No, he had just put it down. So I think Miniorek was just saying, all right, after this inspect cycle is done, I'm just going to shoot plain twin here for finishing. And that's sometimes how the cookie crumbles. Somebody completes contact inspect and you just gotta shoot him.
Banana bread.
Yeah, I think he was at the bar more or less together with Ambassador, so potentially some Prince suspicion there as well. But yeah, he was more or less active. I'll give you that.
But now we've brought it back. It's only 5-3 now, and this is definitely winnable. Ballroom is definitely a map. I think since Nerf picked it too, I think he could definitely take a spy and a sniper one here. Now Miniorek trying to make sure he at least ties this as Oprah on Ballroom in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, Smurf is catching up. Score I believe 5-3 at the moment, but there's still a lot of work to be done nonetheless.
Yeah, a lot of work to be done. This map is also tricky to win a sniper. It's not super trivial. Even if this is probably a map Snurf is fairly comfortable on, it's not that easy. Just because there's so many opportunities for the spy to take advantage of. So far, Miniorek just going for this nice close flirt. Just hits a white test, so not a terrible start. So decent time to BB if he wants to look for that. Only twin is out.
Yeah, and the other SD, well, we do have the SD in our con also. If we assume, it's early, therefore it's real, we would still get the credit for that. We seems we're not going for it, so we'll
Yep,
probably want to end up with just one banana bread later in the game when we have the real DA.
yep. That early CC now with the DA is not as open as it was. Now everything's kind of spread out. Miniorek probably just waiting for his ST to land somewhere so he can chase. Just going to this window and idling for a little bit. Yeah, until he picks up this next close flirt. And then we can also now pick up this BB. Two people out. So, but you do have someone at middle statues, so maybe you don't want to give that person up so quickly.
Yeah. We do get a green flirt, but it's now 1 minute 50. So we kind of need the banana bread soon, just for overall progress pace.
Banana
The
bread.
DA leaves
Oh
during
god,
the white test. That is very painful.
that's gotta hurt.
We need a mission. We do just get green purloin. I think this makes a lot of sense. You do need this as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're just going to be painfully far behind.
No, sorry. We are standing next to the taker though, so not sure there. But based on Nerve's notice of the purloin, uh, we may be okay. Surf may be thinking the twin ticket, especially because he's already highlit.
Yeah, no highlights or lowlights coming off, so that's really good. Miniorek also did a nice little trick where he requested the drink right afterwards to make it seem like, oh, I was the next one in line.
Yeah.
There's no way I could have rejected there. So I do like that play quite a bit. If Snurf wasn't watching it super closely, that might give Miniorek some less suspicion. But I think Snurf just kind of missed this overall. He's gonna have to find something big here to catch up.
Yeah, we still need 2 missions. So, okay, Bug seems to be one of them.
That bug was in the open, but I think Snurf was just a little bit too far on the right side of the map. Did not catch that. And now we need this quick BB as fast as possible. Miniorek enters and does it. Is it a green? No, it's a white. There's going to be overtime
Banana
here. There's
bread.
still a chance for Snurf.
Yeah, there's gonna be just a little. Doesn't seem like. Oh, never mind.
Oh, the dance!
Oh, that.
Oh, the dance. That is
Oh,
a very tough way to lose. Oh, you hate to see it.
oh, that.
That actually is really painful because he did have the shot there lined up.
Yeah,
And then
right before overtime started, and it just. Oh,
that's really painful. That would have put Snurf in such a good position to win, actually, because you've been 5-4, looking at a good, solid spy game on Ballroom too, to make it 5-5. Miniorek, a dirty dancer, taking a scummy away for a win. But I mean, a win's a win. Now he's up 6-3.
yeah, it's whether it's scummy or not is a bit debatable, but it's definitely hurtful to the sniper. Let's put it like. But yeah, Slappy would be proud.
Slappy's always proud of the dance. Now we've got one more joining the dance ranks, and now the dancer on the sniper. Let's see if Snurf, as Alice, can dance back a little bit here. Needs to sweep in order to tie. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
We just chase our steep calmly. Get only 28 though. But I can't blame Snurf, right? Like, it's especially in silver and such divisions, you're probably not gonna snuggle up to your SD in a combo where it's just the two of you.
And honestly, that positioning is not too bad. You're not going to get suspected for any kind of flirt progress just because you're so far away. Not going to get really flirt paired at all. So this sort of flirt early is fairly safe to go for. Now we're just going to idle here. ST is at a bookshelf, so we can't really go chase.
Especially because there's Salmon there next to her as well, and we probably don't want to make 3 at the bookcase, especially when when we need the win badly. Simply start the inspect. We do have one fingerprint, so yeah, seems we're just gonna flirt some more. And just watch what Ambassador touches next.
I mean, not much to really be said here. Just kind of just hanging out. Hopefully Amba does touch something else. Amba does have a drink in hand, so we could. Maybe there's a print here. I don't think so anymore.
Yeah, I think it expired quite a while ago. We did catch up with the flirt with the green chest there, so that's nice.
That is true. And now only one flirt away. We do complete inspects. Do two cycle it, so that is going to ensure that we definitely have this completed. Pick up that highlight. But we're not in bad shape. Only one print away. Just depends how on top of this print Miniorek was early on.
Yeah, flirt is pretty much finishable. Banana bread is quite likely as well, so just need to hunt for that second print.
ST comes to us. That we'll take that green seduce all day to get that done.
Banana bread.
And the DA comes to us too. Only the SDA is out though. Only two people have real BB, us and orange dress. So that is very, very scary. We do need one more print though in order to complete. Amba's being offered, so maybe we get a chance here. And we
Uh,
do. Oh, Amba leaves in mid take.
I
That
think
is,
he was forced out due to the personal stuff, right?
yeah, he was. That just makes it unfortunate. Not another chance to get a print there, but there is going to be a print on this briefcase or on the statue. But two briefcases is going to be fairly obvious. Let's see if Miniorek is on top of it. This is do or die. Ooh, and this is very close. You don't really like to see this. Is the shot going to come off? I don't know if Miniorek is really looking at
It
it.
Yes, that did feel a bit like a quick put down, but I think we're winning this.
Yeah, I just don't think from
Hmm.
camera the camera angle we were even being watched. Honestly, clean game. We did that really early print at like 3 minutes, and then we just kind of chill and did get the last print at 30 seconds. I think it just kind of slipped from Miniorek's mind that maybe we prints a win con for us. So really nice. So maybe just got tunneled a little bit on somebody else. It's also possible.
Yeah, so now the score is 6-4. Snurf is doing very good job catching up from the what
And
was
now
it? It
you
was 5-1, 5-2 even, I believe.
and now you really hate to see the dance because it's like, oh, this would have been a
Yeah,
5-5.
and
And they would have been going into pub 3-6, which is definitely sniper. It's very heavily sniper favored. But now we got to win as both spy and sniper here. Miniorek looking for a spy win to close it out. 3-6 pub is a unique variant. I think it's very sniper favored. But let's see if Miniorek can prove me wrong as orange dress in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
what I do think Snurf has managed to do is stay calm and collected. Like I'm known to be affected by these kind of things, like mentally, emotionally, and just in game, especially nerve wise. But like just in the previous game, Nerf just went along in a normal pace, mission progress. After that sip shot on Aquarium, the next sniper game was early highlights and catching the spy for other things along the way. So that's very nice to see, because I'd probably put it down to people to get flustered more than Snurf has portrayed here.
Yeah, and honestly, it's probably just due to Snurf's experience in SCL. Like when you've played 6 seasons of SCL, nerves probably don't get to you as much as maybe some of the newer players do. So I think that sort of was what led to that really clean spy game. And now Miniorek trying to answer back, starting with reasonable flirts and delegate. He's gonna need to do this fairly quickly if he wants this delegate to get sent. He's running out of time. He does send it to Taft.
I don't think that will be in time, but we'll see.
Taft
Um,
does have a drink in hand, so he's got to take some extra time to gulp that. In general, it does get in the way, so I doubt we get that in time. We do get highlight. Okay, brought back down. I was gonna
No,
say that highlight was very surprising. Wasn't sure
yeah,
what that was worth.
we were in the idle animation alone on convo. I believe we left correctly. Well, that was before the lead, but I believe the animation there was correct. Nothing suspicious about it there. So quite interesting decision making. Quite interesting to see how in these veterans' heads the cogs are turning.
Yeah, now we do get that 92% floor and another delegate opportunity. Maybe gonna try to delegate to Taft again, or maybe to General. We're just gonna have to make sure we send a little bit faster. If you do send with someone with something in hand, like a book or a drink, you do have to send considerably earlier, just as a general tip, just
Yeah.
because they have to take that extra time to take that drink, return that book, whatever they may be doing.
What's our third mission though? Banana bread, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, contact, purloin, seduce is definitely a way to go on this map. The only issue is that since there's only 12 guests, getting purloin is really sketch.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tricky. I think did we send to Taft there? I'm not 100%. Ooh, we do a really sketchy path there around that amber, but I don't think the arm
Banana
was seen.
bread.
I think we just
Yeah,
completely hid, and yeah, it's
and
gonna that BB is sus, but if you're not gonna shoot for that, I think that's gonna be it. Oh, the laser's on this again. We dance again?
we just calmly leave. Keep calm and carry on.
I
Yeah, that
I think
was
Snurf was on it. That path does not get normally taken, but the arm was invisible. So really nice bug by Miniorek. As Snurf, you basically just have to suspect the path and to say, well, if somebody was going into that spot in conversation, they would not have gone that way. They would have not have looped around the amber like that. But really nice game by Miniorek. Is just take one risk. You got to on this map, and that'll give him the win.
yeah, and I think, but the way he flirted, perhaps Nerf did not think that flirt was done at that point, because I don't think we chased much. We weren't that close that often, and things like that. So I don't think we were paired up with it. But yeah, like you said, good game, and I'll just add good match from your good match from both players. But yeah, that so now we have 7-4. If we discount the dance, it's 6-5, and we would have one more game. Uh,
Yeah, that is unfortunate, but I will give it here to Miniorek. He did win as spy on Pub 36, which is inherently tough because basically, even though you don't have to do inspect on this variant, you still have to complete a hard sell, whether it be
yes,
bug, swap, purloin, print. And with only 12 guests, getting bug, swap, purloin, print done is close to impossible. It was done here with great success by Miniorek with a very skillful bug. So props to him for getting that off.
yeah. I agree. Definitely well played. And now that is the his second win in the tournament. So 2 weeks winning in a row. That yeah, we see a tendency building up.
Yeah, definitely at least tied for first in the division for silver. And silver is a division you definitely want to be placing high in. Is this silver is full of monsters. So you definitely want to keep that win streak going for as long as possible to maintain that dominance in the division. Snurf off to a rough start, but honestly showed pretty solid prominence here. I think he was extremely close to shooting Miniorek there on pub, and was close. It was very close to shooting Miniorek on ballroom. So I
Yeah.
definitely think look out for Snurf. He might pull some upsets later into the season.